If trying harder actually worked, your life would already look different. So the real question isn't, why am I not doing enough? It's, why isn't effort the lever here? That's what we're going to be talking about today, beautiful souls. Welcome to Infinite You. I'm Dr. Sheri, spiritual psychologist, multidimensional mindset mentor, soul-led success coach, and intuitive empowerment guide. And here on Infinite You, we talk about what it actually takes to create a life that feels soul-aligned, meaningful, purposeful, fulfilling, and true to who you are, not through force, not through hustle, and not through fixing yourself, but all through your multidimensional mindset, your identity, the beliefs that you hold, and then bundle that all up into that energetic aspect of things like law of attraction, law of assumption, and being really, really magnetic and really intentional about what it is you would like to create. So welcome. If this message resonates with you, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, and then let's dive right into it. So many women I work with are incredibly capable. They are amazing. They are thoughtful. They are self-aware. They are intelligent. They are talented. They've read the books. They've done the courses. They've tried the methods. And yet there's this familiar feeling, this through line. Why does it still feel so hard? Why do I keep hitting the same invisible wall? Why does progress feel like something I have to push into existence? And what usually happens next is they try harder, they double down, they dive deeper into being disciplined and getting everything on their calendar and all their ducks lined up over and over and over again to exhaustion. And they keep telling themselves that they will be more consistent, more focused, and more committed. But somehow the change doesn't stabilize, or it doesn't last, or it comes with burnout, pressure, or a sense of self-betrayal. And that's what we're going to break today. Here is the part most people never hear. Effort is not the problem, and effort is also not the solution, because effort works inside of your identity. It doesn't change one. I want to say that again. Effort works inside an identity, but effort doesn't change your identity. So you can apply an enormous amount of effort to a life that is still organized around staying safe, not deeply feeling worthy, not rocking the boat, not outgrowing your old self, not risking disapproval, loss, or uncertainty. And your system will quietly make sure that you do not go too far. When you try to force yourself into change, something very human happens. Part of you pushes forward and part of you pulls back. And now you're just not moving. You're tug of warring with yourself. That is not a discipline problem. That is a coherence problem. Your nervous system isn't asking, is this a good idea? Your nervous system is asking, is this safe for who I believe that I am? Remember, your nervous system really wants to feel safe, and it's conditioned around the level of safety that you have provided, right? Because every time we want to step out and become and think a different way and take a different action, right? We are essentially taking a risk that may not seem cognitively huge, but to our bodies and how we've been conditioned over time, it could be really, really significant. And that is why alignment really matters. But remember, alignment isn't about being calm all the time or positive all the time or spiritual all the time. Alignment really means that your identity, who you believe you are in your subconscious mind, your intentions and your actions and in three-dimensional reality, right? So, taking that step, putting yourself out there, right? This is all pointed in the same direction, and alignment really does. And I've said this in many other videos. It's definitely coming from the truth of who you are, the essence of who you are, your super conscious mind, right? Allowing that to filter down into your subconscious mind. You get to decide, because when you do, when that happens, the action that you're taking and where you're headed feels cleaner, more coherent, and definitely simpler. Not easy, but like I said, a feeling of it being really, really clean, really, really clear. You're not negotiating with yourself every step of the way. You're not, calming down your nervous system, overtaxing your adrenals and all of that stuff. You're not trying to convince yourself to be who you already decided to be. The reason trying harder doesn't work is because trying is what we do when we haven't yet decided. Trying is what happens when part of you is still unconvinced, or still afraid, or still holding back, or still holding on to an old version of you. A real decision doesn't need to be forced. It organizes your behavior naturally. When identity shifts, effort changes. So you don't wake up asking, how do I make myself do this? You wake up asking, what's next? You feel that amazing, energetic reframe. So you're not making yourself do anything. You're really, really excited about what's next, what all the possibilities are. Not because you're perfect, but because you are no longer divided. You are in alignment with the essence of who you are. So here is a gentle question for you to sit with from this video. Where in my life am I still trying instead of being? That's not something to judge. It's something to notice. Notice who you want to be, who you can be, and who you are right now, right? This is definitely a part of your identity. It is definitely a part of your subconscious beliefs, right? You get to decide. So if this way of seeing change within resonates with you, this is exactly what we go into much deeper inside my Infinite You community in the school platform and in my Recode Your Reality framework that is inside that community. And you get 7 days of a free trial if you want to hop in. I'll put the link in the description box below, and a link to my free newsletter. And if you would like to connect with me one-on-one for a breakthrough session, I will put that link down below as well. So I just want you to hear this. You are not here to fight yourself into becoming. You are here to remember who you are at your superconscious level, at the soul level, the essence of who you are, the truth of who you decided to be this time around in this timeline, and live from there. That is coherence. That is alignment. So 5D superconscious, 4D subconscious, and then everything that you're bringing into three-dimensional reality with your conscious mind, with focus, with aligned action, with what you're thinking about, what is the top of your mind, right? So that is really how you consciously create your reality. I will see you all next time, beautiful souls. Namaste.